Hey guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. So I'm over here and Rollins just got done with a Sure. No, nobody stuck me for my big ass mouth. I did that shit myself getting up the other day, man. I've been having these dreams, and I used to have them years and years ago. When we used to run papers and we were running just nonstop, I would go to sleep in the bunk and I would wake up and I would feel that the truck is moving. Like shave. Like it's literally moving. That's what I'm thinking. So I jump out of bed and I jump in the pilot seat and I just sit there and I'm looking. And I don't know why. And I've had that dream many times in the past, but I haven't had one in a very long time. I dream about other weird stuff. But anyways, I was in my bunk in the corner of this right here. Can you see that right here? The corner of that wood piece up there. I got up again. I had my blanket on me. The truck wasn't running, but I woke up and I thought the truck was rolling, so I went to get up real fast to jump in the pilot seat, and I fucking racked my damn head, cut me open pretty good. Yeah, so I was bleeding all over the place. Anyways, so nobody stuck me for my big ass mouth. Trust me, you get a little fight on your hands. Anyways, I picked up my trailer over in Jackson, Wyoming, yesterday. Our insurance company, because there was no trailer place out there, they said, would you go out and get your trailer if you want to bring it back to Wisconsin and have your trailer guys look at it? I'm like, is that really my fucking responsibility? But I want to play nice, of course. You know, I mean, so far the damages on the cleanup and the tow company was $7,500. Yeah, I mean, considering I've heard of people, you know, getting socked for like $40,000, you know, for a cleanup and a tow. I'm not griping. So the more I play with my insurance company, the more I can use for ammo, saying, hey, listen, I did everything possible to, you know, make this right, you know, instead of some tomfuckery or something, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, so I go and the guys from Ron's Towing, so at first they told me the trailer wasn't good to pull. Well, first they told me it was good. I could just, you know, get on down the road. Even the Wyoming State Patrol, or the Highway Patrol, whatever you want to say, he had said, yeah, I don't see any problem with it. So, but then I think, well, what I heard was that Ron's Towing wanted, he said, oh, you should probably keep it here, you know, it might not be safe. So he changed his mind real quick. But I think what had happened is the wheels were turning in his head where he's like, I got no collateral. You know, what if this insurance company doesn't pay me out right away? Or what if they refuse to pay? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is. And I don't even know if he verified that I had insurance, to be honest. I mean, the Highway Patrol officer, he didn't check my logs. They checked my regular book binder with all my info in it. And I'm sure they saw. Plus, I also had the insurance company on the phone when they had showed up. So, but I don't know if Ron himself, the owner, actually had. But they had like two wreckers there. They had the owner there. They had to bring their own truck and flatbed to load up two pieces of that steel and then take them to the place where I picked them up, and then come back empty, two more back, and then empty, and then the final two. So 3 trips. So for all that equipment, shit, $7,500, that ain't bad. So I'm very blessed. So anyways, but then I kind of heard myself say to myself, like I often do, he wants you to keep your trailer here for collateral. I don't know for a fact, but now after the insurance company verified, you know, to pay him, and they sent him a check already for $7,500, then they're like, because it was $200 a day. And I'll post the video when I first pulled up to his so-called yard. The trailer was just sitting right outside on the street. It was like, you guys, so my insurance company's paying $200 a day to have it just parked on the street. I could have just taken the shit home, because that's what I'm doing now. The trailer's hooked up. The insurance company, Trey over at our insurance company, he said, hey, could you go out there and get it, because there's it's in the middle of nowhere over there, so there's really not a trailer place we can actually get an estimate from. So they will be receiving a bill from me to do that, of course, because I could have said, no, man, you have it towed over to somewhere, and which would have cost them a lot of money. So I'm going to probably do like 50 cents or 60 cents all miles. So like 2,800 miles, and then reimbursement of fuel. I mean, I think that's fair. You guys think that's fair? Put it in the comments. Because I could have just said, no, you guys are my insurance company. I mean, I don't tell you, hey, can I get a cheap monthly rate if I, you know what I'm saying? So, and we actually, for my truck and trailer, with a $250,000 cargo insurance and the million on the liability, we're under $600 a month. So, you know, for all these super truckers that were like, oh, blah, 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 this, I'm sure my rates are going to go up after this. Hey, it is what it is, man. I mean, like I told this one guy, Graham Stewart, maybe. He was giving me some lip on the comments or whatever. I'm a grown man. I mean, I got fucking thick skin. But I had asked him, I broke it down. So if you guys want to see my response to old Graham Cracker, on what I told him, I said, let me ask you one question. What have you done in your life? And I gave him a whole list of things that I've done. PADI certified, airborne unit, served my country, been all over Europe, so on and so on, married to a nurse, have a few trucks, have a shop, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not being like, oh, good job, Kurt. Good job, buddy. You're the best. Just saying, what have you done with your life, right? Besides, wasted away. The guy said he had like 6 million miles. 6 million miles. Like, did you fucking start driving semi at like 10? I mean, get a life. And here's another thing about semi drivers, super truckers anyways. I drive semi. Motherfucker, you drive semi. You're not a fucking brain surgeon. You know what I'm saying? So I told old Graham Crackers that, did they tar and feather? And of course, I'm 100% I'm 100% responsible for that shit falling off the trailer. I make no excuses. Even, we'll just leave it at that. So anyways, I told him, I said, did they tar and feather the scientists when the space shuttle Challenger blew up in the sky? Did they, do they tar and feather, engineers that, when planes fall out of the sky? Do they, tar and feather captains of large ships that are at the bottom of the ocean? It's a mistake, man. It's part of being human. We have flaws. I have many. And I'm going to fuck something up tomorrow. I just will. I mean, it's inevitable. As much as we are in these things, we are going to make a mistake. That was a huge strike on my pride, my reputation, and my ego. But if you're a cop and you've been doing it for 20, 25 years, whatever, you've made a mistake. If you're a doctor, you've been doing it for 20, 25 years, you've made a mistake. If you're a pilot, if you're a truck driver, if you're a teacher, a nurse, so on and so on and so on. If you are at your job, I consider this my career. If you are at your career or your job more than you're actually with your spouse or your significant other or at home or with your kids, you are bound to screw something up. So anyways, I totally fucking blew off track on this thing. I'm doing a video because I want to protect my own ass. I took a shirt this morning in Rawlins. So I went from Jackson, Wyoming to Rawlins. I got here last night. So I'm taking it easy. I'm doing like 60 miles an hour with this trailer. I'll show you guys, but I'm doing this video not only to fucking rant and rave. Totally blew off course. My compass is fucked up. I don't know what to do. So, because Trey over at insurance company said, yeah, you can go get it. They say it's okay to, all right, I'll go get it. But I did several pictures because the guys at Ron's Towing, I don't know what they did to the skid plate and the kingpin but it didn't look like when I dropped it off. Like they're just a bunch of fucking, you know, gorillas in a fucking china shop. These guys, they don't give a fuck. It ain't their shit. So anyway, so I had actually secured it. I grabbed the Kingpin. Everything seemed good, but I did throw some straps up underneath it just because the plate was, it's like kinked or whatever. I'll show you guys. But I'm doing this video finally to just cover my ass, because I mean I'm still responsible because I'm choosing to do this. But it's not. This is not the. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a nervous wreck. Yesterday I was, because you can see the trailer going like this because the thing's got a V. I'll show you. Anyway, so because of all the bolts on the driver's side of that skid plate where the Kingpin is, those are all broke off. But the right side is completely intact. So she's riding a little high. That's what he said. So I'm doing a video so I can put it on the channel, so I can say, hey, listen, it wasn't my choice to come out here and say, you bastards ain't doing this. I completely left it at Ron's Towing because they were supposed to, not Ron's Towing, but the insurance company was supposed to take my trailer to another place. But then they called me, this guy Trey, and said, yeah, and this other guy Ian, he's actually the adjuster that for the actual equipment. Trey is for like the cargo claim or whatever. So he was like, yeah, we can't, it's in the middle of nowhere. We just can't, you know, it's going to be, you know, he didn't really use the word expensive, but he said it's not going to be cheap to bring it around and find a place over there. And so I did my due diligence. I looked around and he's correct. However, you know, if I tell a broker I'm going to haul a load, I don't just tell him, well, I know initially we had this plan, but I think I'm going to drop it here, and then you're going to have to pay me more money to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what insurance is for. So I'm really not 100% comfortable doing this, but I'm also not a fucking little whiny, you know, POS. So, I mean, I got to shoot from the hip on this one, but I also want to cover my ass. So Trey and Ian both knew from the insurance company, Ron's Towing knew from the towing agency, that they told me, yeah, it's fine to tow. So I just want to show you guys. Beautiful day over here in Rawlins. Let's see, how do I turn this? All right. So you can see how she's riding. So I got a strap right here holding that, and then I got another one, and it's not like the plate is loose. I'm just doing this for safety, for precaution, because the plate is pretty rigid, but you can see in there, I don't know what that's all about. So, and the Kingpin is in the jaw. There's your strap there. So I got the two. Truck is dirty as shit. Wanted to get it washed, but I'm going back to the shop anyways. But see how high this side rides? So that's where my straps are super tight. I mean, I'm not going to get any wiggle, but see how that's all intact? But she's riding high right here. You see that? Like, this side is way high. So the trailer, when it's in motion, kind of goes like this a little bit whenever you hit a bump. But yeah, I don't know if this thing is total or whatever, but I mean, hopefully it's not. So anyways, I just wanted to get, oh, look at this shit. This is fucking gross. Some motherfucker, that definitely looks like shit right there. Fucking pigs, man. Absolute fucking pigs. That's disgusting. Anyways, I just want to kind of do a video to cover my ass on this. I'm not really too comfortable with doing this. So anyways, oh shit, I just saw this. I gotta pop this down. Oh, riding over the top. All right, anyways, please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.